Hello, welcome to Daily News from Marja'iyat TV. Scholarly meetings of His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Shurazi in the holy city of Qom, Iran. On last Sunday, during the scholarly meetings hosted at the house of the Grand Ayatollah Shurazi in the holy city of Qom, one of the scholars at these meetings asked the following question: can someone pay his khums tax to a poor Sayyid on the condition that he repays half the money back to him? The Grand Ayatollah replied, no, he doesn't have the right to do so, because khums tax is designated to poor Sayyid people and it should meet their needs. However, a qualified Islamic jurist can make an informed decision to let the khums payer have some portion of the tax. Further in this meeting, the discussions revolved around rulings on touching the body of the deceased, leaving a place where you intended to stay there for 10 days, being invited to eat with non-believers while you were fasting, breaking a promise, and exceptions in the case of usury. Representative of Grand Ayatollah Shurazi in India visits office of Grand Ayatollah Shurazi in Damascus, Syria. Sayyid Saif Abbas Naqvi, one of the representatives of the Grand Ayatollah Shurazi in India, visited the office of the Grand Jurist in the Syrian capital Damascus to meet with the director and staff members of this center. In this meeting, which took place on June 4th, the discussions revolved around the latest situation of Shia Muslims in India, as well as the cultural and religious programs of this center. Sayyid Shuhada Committee constructs first ever Islamic center in the Himalayas. The managers of Sayyid Shuhada Committee, affiliated to the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shurazi in Kuwait, announced the beginning of the construction of the first ever Husseiniya in the Himalayas. This committee has purchased a piece of land in the Himalayas in Afghanistan to build this Islamic center. This project was conducted in accordance to the directives of the Grand Ayatollah Shurazi, who always insists on promoting the movement of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, and revive the Husseini rituals. Quranic Council of the Office of Grand Ayatollah Shurazi holds ceremony in Kabul, Afghanistan. The High Quranic Council, affiliated to the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shurazi in Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan, held a ceremony to celebrate the anniversary of the birth of the Lady Fatima Masoumeh, peace be upon her. The ceremony was attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, who participated in programs like recitation of the Holy Quran, reciting poems and eulogies, and religious lectures. Top students received prizes in this ceremony. Masoumeh Seminary holds religious ceremony in Kabul, Afghanistan. The Islamic Seminary of Masoumeh, peace be upon her, in the Afghan capital Kabul, held a ceremony to celebrate the birthday of Lady Fatima Masoumeh, peace be upon her. This ceremony was titled A Re-Study of the Ideals of Lady Fatima Masoumeh. Many seminarians, clerics, and religious scholars, as well as members of the Kabul Council of Scholars and the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shurazi, were present in this ceremony. The president of the Masoumeh Seminary offered a report of the activities of this educational center over the past year and gave prizes to the top clerics. The main two speakers of this ceremony were the executive manager of Women's Commission of the Council of Islamic Seminaries in Kabul and Sheikh Sultani, one of the instructors at this Islamic center. AhlulBayt Islamic Center hosts religious preachers and teachers in Baghdad, Iraq. AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center, affiliated to the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shurazi in Baghdad, the capital of Iraq, hosted a meeting of religious preachers, clerics, and teachers of houses over the past few days. Ali Sarai, the director of the AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center, hinted that after this meeting, it was agreed that all seminarians and clerics should join supervising teams to make visits to Islamic, cultural, and social centers. Furthermore, some programs were suggested to engage younger generations in the religious programs of these centers. In the end, some eulogies were recited to honor the birthday of Lady Fatima Masoumeh and Imam Reza, peace be upon them.